Sorry for the little lateness, but you are live with Mama Coco Life and Style. Yes, this evening it's a pleasure to be here. And with no further delay and speeches and talk, we're just going to invite our God Jehovah to be in control. I must do that. I must have him with me. Yeah, for I dare not walk alone. These days we are having some difficulties and wherever we are, all over the world, everybody's using their devices and stuff like that. So maybe this is the contention that we have to deal with. So my name is Cora Pantin and this is Live with Mama Coco, Life and Style. Tonight we are having on this show, I will say a special show, where we have a woman that is doing our soca, our calypso, our soca music. She's not a Trinidadian. She is an American, and she's proudly treating our calypso with decency and in order, very disciplined, as we supposed to be, as we all supposed to be, every calypsonian. And she is a soca ambassador. And I am proud to have her. I believe that I am speaking on behalf of many people. So let us welcome YOUNI-T.
Hello.
Hi, YOUNI-T. I hope we have a great reception now. So
yes.
that everyone can see you, get to know you, and to know your position, and to know why you like soca and why you get into soca more than 7 years now. And welcome to Mama Coco Life and Style.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here. This is amazing. So I appreciate the time and the format and your interest. So fire when ready. Whatever you want to know, here I am. Ask me.
YOUNI-T, I'm afraid that I am not hearing you very well.
No?
But I hope the audience will not be complaining. And yes, I don't know if I should put back on my headset or keep it off, but let's get the show rolling.
Okay.
So YOUNI-T, I welcome you to Mama Coco Life and Style, and I pray that our show will get to go on, that the people will get to hear you, that they don't have to be thinking of what you're saying, but they will feel and they will get to know and they will grow to love you on this show. For all those who saw her already in Trinidad, because she's a frequent visitor to Trinidad performing, and she was even on radio shows and TV shows there in Trinidad and Tobago. So YOUNI-T, tell my audience today, and tell the majority of people, some of them don't even know me, but some of them know you, some of them just hear of this show and they want to be part of it. Tell us about the show. Will and Ivan Nurse is the one who introduced you to me. I don't know how we got to know you. Maybe sometime during the show you may be able to speak on it. But now, YOUNI-T, there's a question here for you. Tell us about yourself.
Okay.
And where you are from.
I am YOUNI-T. I met Willen actually on a live stream. He saw me live and decided to reach out and said, I know someone who may want to interview you who's Trinidadian and Trinbagonian, and said, you want me to wait?
You keep talking. I'm going to go out and come back in.
Okay. I'll just talk away. No worries. He had asked me if I was interested in possibly doing an interview, and here I am on Mama Coco Life and Style. So that's how I ended up on this interview today. I am originally from Wisconsin, USA, tiny town called Hayward, population 2,000 people. Yes, tiny. And I am into soca music because I met a producer who asked me if I wanted to jump in the wild world of soca, and I said yes, which I'm sure we'll get into more in just a minute. So looks like Mama Coco's back. So that's where I'm from, Wisconsin.
Well, YOUNI-T, I'm just going with the show and with the questions because I'm not
Okay.
hearing you, but
Okay.
the audience doing great.
Okay. Good.
So tell us about your journey to the career in music, education, and soca.
Okay.
Because you are much more than just a soca ambassador.
Well, thank you. I started singing when I was 5. Good evening, Wendell, or Wendell, depending on how you pronounce that. I started singing when I was 5. I was into all different types of music growing up. I never stayed in one lane, and I decided I thought I wanted to become a music teacher and to become a choir teacher. That's what I was thinking. So I went to university and I studied vocal music. I was trained classically as an opera singer first, which I will admit I did not like, but it was good for me because it gave me proper technique and it allowed me to then sing any genre under the sun. So I left my University of Wisconsin program, and I was asked to go to Kenya, Africa, and teach music there. So that was my first official teaching position. I did that for just a little bit and then came back to the States. I did not want to go to Wisconsin where it was freezing cold. So I decided to come to Miami. And in Miami, I met a Trinidadian, not born, but family from Trinidad. And he was a producer in Brooklyn, and he happened to be in Florida in a studio, and our paths crossed. And while we were trying to figure out what genre I should sing, he introduced me to the idea of soca music and carnival and said he wanted to fuse it. And he had been trying for years to find that voice to take it beyond where it currently was at the time. And he asked me if I was interested. So I did some research and I did my homework and I started watching Super Blue and Destra, and poof, the madness began, and here we all are.
So would it be discipline enough for me to say that this is a Caucasian, a white girl?
Yes. If you look at your screen, you don't have to look too closely to see that. Yes, I am white. I am Caucasian.
And you were born in Wisconsin.
Yes. I'm let's see, 3rd generation in Wisconsin. My grandmother, well, my mother's side is German, my dad's side is Polish. So my father's family came over I'm 3rd generation, so 2 generations ago, and I was born and raised here in the States in Wisconsin.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, Wisconsin.
That's right. Hello, Wisconsin.
I remember that show. I wonder what's the name of that show again?
That 70s show. That's the name of it. That 70s show.
I wonder if Backstage could give us the name of that show. That is where I get to know the word Wisconsin and what it's all about. Okay. And well, I'm now hearing you. So if you find anything but you already said it, please let me know.
I will.
Yes. Oh, that 70s show. That's the name of the show.
Right.
Wisconsin. But then I had the privilege to work with a lady for 3.5, 4 years, or maybe more. Yes, they're in Brooklyn, and she was born also in Wisconsin, and she has German heritage and I think it's Scandinavia somewhere. But I get to know her and I get to know about the cheese and all this. Guys,
yes, cheese and beer. That's what we're known for.
Girl too?
Sorry?
Are you a cheese girl?
Oh, yes. I am not I'm not a huge meat eater. I will eat meat from time to time. I'm not a, diehard vegetarian or anything, but I could eat cheese. Cheese is my protein. Good for me, bad for me. You can't take it away from me. So yes, I'm cheese all day. I'm probably 98% cheese, as a matter of fact.
Oh, that sounds so good. Yeah, we have a question here for you because this is going to be your show tonight. It's you alone,
Well,
alone on the show.
well, thank you.
Yes,
Get
and
comfortable.
yes, yes. So we want to get the show going. So
Sure.
YOUNI-T, someone who has traveled broadly broadly and internationally. What is soca unique? What is soca unique draw? You know, when compared to other musical genres.
Genres. I think the beauty of soca for me compared to the other genres that I've seen is I love the fact that it is tied to an experience and not just a sound. So when you take soca and you use it as the backdrop of the carnival experience, which again I was not familiar with at all growing up. The only carnival I was aware of was Brazil, and I didn't even know the music. I just knew the beautiful girls with the feathers and the bikinis, and I'm like, okay, they jump around for some reason. I don't know why. But when I heard when I heard soca music, that just that rumble, just that just get everybody going like that. It has the same ability to bring people, in my opinion. This is just my opinion. I'm just talking for myself. In my opinion, it has the power to bring people together like reggae, but it's like the dance version. So when I first saw, on the internet, Super Blues Barbara, and all the people and just the total madness, but all love and fun. Like in my heart and soul, I was like, oh my gosh, I want in on that. Our world needs more of that. We all need to be part of that. Like whatever that is, I'm down. Like bring it. So it's the sound wise, it just is that excitement. It's an excitement to me. Like, other musics have their, rock and roll has its, big moments, and all the other genres have their style. And I love all genres of music. But to me, it's like, it's just that African, just that like you're
Yeah,
like you're galloping on a horse. That's
yeah,
how I kind of think about it. So to me, that's the draw to me. And if people don't know it, and you are a person that likes, a good rhythm and something that you can move to, then check it out. And there is groovy, which is slower. So if you want to ease into it, and then if you just want to get buck wild and crazy and go nuts or go mad, as y'all say, throw on some power soca and tear the roof off the place.
Oh, because what soca, this is Mama Coco part, you know. With soca, we do whining. So you know what it's about.
Right. Oh yes, 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 I'm aware.
So when you get to love soca, did you get ready to
Oh,
whine?
I okay. I couldn't, let me tell you how it went. I couldn't even tell anyone that I was doing soca music until I learned the art of the wine. I mean, that is the first question before. Usually the first question is, are you from Trinidad? And then I say no. And then they're like, well, do you know how to wine? And then I say, okay. And then they would go on to ask me about the music. So I'd be like, yes, I know how to whine. It's all okay. We're gonna, we'll be fine. There, white girls can whine. It has happened in our time period. So yes, I can, I'm not gonna drop it to the floor and bounce it back up like some of the girls can do, but I hold my own. I do what I can.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So once you decided to jump into soca,
Mhm.
soca arena, how did you decide on the name YOUNI-T?
I decided on YOUNI-T for a few reasons. One, I have always, for whatever reason, growing up throughout my entire life, I have always been put in positions where um, I have been the only white person in the room. And I grew up in a town of all white people. So, and I shouldn't say all, sorry. white people and Native Americans. So there was a culture race difference there, but that it was only two. It wasn't what you see like in a city with the melting pot of all the different people of all the different places. So I grew up very young, understanding, the plight of Native Americans and Native American culture. And my family was very like, it was just people were people were people. And that's how I was raised. I didn't have this whole color coded list of like stereotypes that was fed into my brain as a little girl. So I was always very open to people just as people. So when I moved out of the small town and I was given opportunities to maybe teach or do something, I always was, that Native American experience and exposure wanted, I wanted to help, and not in a handout kind of way, but I just wanted to be aware, and I wanted other people to be aware that, certain people in this country are not treated correctly. And I would somehow end up in the room being the mouthpiece that was saying, hey, wait a minute, like, this isn't right. Something's not right here. And, so I just kind of always ended up bringing people together, or conversations would happen with me kind of being the middle person, or being put in rooms where, one side was one color, one side was the other, and I was kind of in the middle, like cool with everybody. And I'm like, hey, this it's not really as bad as we make it. So when I came to a name, the other reason I picked it, because it felt natural to me that, thank you, Tristan Alexander. I appreciate you. I picked that name for that reason first. And secondly, because I also wanted people to know just from the onset that I was not about jumping into soca music to take it, because that's the big fear. It seems everyone's fear in the industry, not everyone, excuse me, never say everyone.
Yeah.
Many people have the fear that I have come to steal. I have come to take, and I have come to put on my cape and fly away with soca music, and I'm going to turn it into something that it isn't, or I don't know all of the details of what everyone thinks, but I wanted to come with a name that represented who I am on the inside, so you don't get confused by what you see on the outside. So that was the other reason that I picked it.
Oh, I love how you placed that.
Thank you.
I just want to share a little thing for people to know. After listening to you last month or the month before, I think it was the month before, like yesterday, but because of this COVID, time do get elapsed into not numbers anymore, but just
right.
Because everything seemed like if it is flashing.
Right.
Yet it's 2 months now since I've met trying to get you to speak, and from day one, you were all ready for the next day, for the same day.
Right.
But I told you that we have protocols and we have so many people in front of you.
Right.
However, we are here now, and I am proud to know that you can explain completely who you are to soca, what you want to do with soca, and how you are being accepted while you are out there trying to melt into the pot where every creed and race should find an equal place. But we wasn't told that you have to be born there in order to be accepted.
Right.
We were told that anywhere around the world we go, we should boast of what? Unity. So you just played on, you just played on words with unity, and you spell it your way, so that other people tell us why you really play with the word unity.
Okay. Well, I wanted to spell it in a way that was unique and actually, stood for what the definition is. So I spell it, and because unity is used by so many artists and so many different genres, and a lot of church, groups use the word unity, and I didn't want to get kind of lost in the shuffle of that. And, a lot of reggae artists have, YOUNI-T affiliated names and things like that. So I spell it Y-O-U and I. So you and I, YOUNI. And the T is for together. So you and I together, that's YOUNI-T. That's me. And it makes me harder and easier to find all at the same time in cyberspace.
I love to play on words. And
me too.
Baby girl, you are a player.
Oh, thank
you. Are a player. So, we call ourselves cosmopolitan. However, we are still divided by race and tribalism and stuff in Trinidad and Tobago. I don't want to ill speak my country. However, again, I speak my mind and I speak like you because we are all about you and I together.
That's right. There you go.
One love.
One love all day. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So YOUNI-T, what has been the soca fraternity, the whole body of soca, reception to you as an artist and performer of soca?
Okay. It's been interesting. I have met many soca artists. It's kind of like, and everyone has been beautiful to me. All of the soca artists have, I'll put it this way. They haven't come up running to hug me and say, oh my gosh, who are you? We love you. And what are you doing here? But I will say, everyone that I've approached and said hello to has been very kind, very, warm, very friendly, hello, snap a picture. I've met the Patrices and Kess and Bungie and Fan, and I've met the Calypsonians. The Calypsonians are amazing, and they like to have a good chat because they're storytellers, and and a little shot of rum here and there with the Calypsonians always seems to find its way into our conversation. So I've met one of the first artists I met actually in Trinidad and Tobago was Baron. Super Blue I've met and have had conversations with and things like that. So Nyla, Nadia, Nessa, everybody has been very, very initially. And again, I've been in this game for a minute. So initially it was kind of like, the peek around the room, like, what is that? Who is that? What is she doing here? But nothing negative, just kind of a question like, what is going on? And then as people got kind of used to seeing me around, it became much, it was much more friendly and like, hello and how are you? And, things like that. So on that end of the spectrum, the Soca artists and the Calypsonians have been very, they've been very kind and very, very respectful and not, I haven't had to, hold my own or throw any punches physically. So I think we're all good.
any hitting is bottle and spoon.
Exactly.
And drum.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And a little iron. A little iron if you're ready.
Iron, yes. Oh, you are good with the iron too? Can you beat?
Oh, I wish I was good at I love the iron. I love the steel. And I like to think in my soul that I'm good at it. But when I watch people just get it, like that have been doing it, I just rock it. I can't hang. I can enjoy, but they beat me hands down every time.
Because you are a student of music.
Right.
And beats and drumming supposed to have you tantalized. Plus you spend some time, you said, in Kenya.
Right.
As a young woman that live in a very white neighborhood.
Right.
You end up in Kenya.
Right.
So let me don't rush the questions here.
Okay.
This is your show tonight.
Oh, thank you.
As I said before, I'm excited to promote you. I'm excited.
Thank you.
The crowd of New York, the crowd of Miami, the crowd in Germany, because Trinidad and Tobago, we trying very hard to export our calypso, our soca, especially all across the diaspora. So I am here tonight with you with all the patience. And as I said, much respect to you. And I wish the audience will remain as they usually are, respectful and with full tolerance. And let us get to reason, as the Bible said, let us reason together. So welcome. May the Spirit of God continue to guide and keep this show. I don't know if you are religious like me. Maybe you are spiritual, but then here am I right now speaking life into this, speaking life.
Exactly.
Whatever you do or wherever you are, however you worship in this world, we all worship with an energy.
Exactly.
And as I am here right now, I could feel the energy building, and I could feel also that a little sapping of the energy is about to come on, because people getting to know you, and some people already bent on negativity.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight we are going to put that negativity off our show and ask the right energy to take over.
That's right. Amen to that. In every language.
In every language. Yes. So YOUNI-T.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with our grandam of Calypso and Soca, who is identified maybe as white Trinidadian?
Mm-hmm. I am Miss Denise Plummer. I have met her.
A white Trinidadian, yes, Denise Plummer. Tell us how comfortable you felt knowing that there was someone, or there is, not was, she is Trinidadian,
right,
but of Lebanese descendants. And so we are gonna play the video of Denise Plummer now.
Okay.
Because she didn't have it that easy either.
No, I know she didn't.
Members of our audience, Trinidad. I am not.
They say me country so stressful, so tense. Lazy young children, too much violence. Don't talk of my war, we sweet Trinidad, I tell them no way. Young the people small-minded, not cautious and loud. But war, and scandal, they boast and proud. Yet somehow I see all this foolery as with no testing, testing our blessing. To see, I just see it all the cute, the nice and kangaroo. You grab and Carolou and never test him. Can't leave it, can't leave it. Me never spring so deep and freedom the country. Where else in the world you know, sweet man and calypso. People just overflow to their city street. Can't leave it, can't leave it. It's here where conceived, it's here I go there. I see a people created to must overcome. Make magic the old steel from rusty or drum. So why should I care? Some tears here and there, I tell them no way. Camaraderie so special, like natural instinct. Let me to by the river is fountain a drink. Outspoken but kind, no silent bad mind, so forget New York. I know the old talk. You see, I'm just saying some garbage too. Some shit long and wanting you. They talk around to me, my pony just give me. Can't leave it, can't leave it. The neighbors bring so peace and freedom, the country where I sing the world, you know.
Enjoy our sister Denise Plummer.
You won't get up, so they want you see me. I'm not leaving.
Yeah. So you have
They'll
great.
wait and see me. Say I go there.
So you will tell us when we are back. So we don't miss her. I know you told me how you love your girl. You love
Put your hand in the air.
something
Yeah,
to
oh, my rock, I'll stay. This up, I know it's true and fair. This all in the more divine. This one
did
see
you have
the child.
rap?
The old man
So
see
these plumber,
from reaching for that. The rich one love and a valley. The soca choppy bacchanal. I wake up one morning and before I stretch, the sky wave I
so
dog.
did this plumber true that there's room
My view,
in soca
ocean so
for
blue, I'm going nowhere.
California?
Hummingbirds and blackbirds that sing in the trees. Shop home.
So I kind of dropped some little questions in between. I hope you heard them.
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't catch them. I'm sorry.
Yes. So this is just proof that there's room in soca or in calypso for a white performer, and
Mhm.
for you, my white sister. Yes,
Right?
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Many things that you talk to me about is what I like, is what I also practice, is how I live. Yes, how you want to live and what you want in life, I want the same thing too. So we are all one people. We are
Exactly.
all one, and I'm excited for you to answer this question now. Are you familiar with our grand dame of Calypso and Soca, who is identified as white, as a white Trinidadian? Her name is Denise Plummer.
Yes, I am familiar with Denise. I actually met Denise backstage at a Christmas show in Trinidad. I believe it was 2015, maybe 2016. It was kind of a funny story because I had just finished watching Crazy do a performance where he brought a live goat on stage, and he and I were backstage laughing about the fact that he was going to try and get this goat to go up on stage and perform whatever the song was to be. I can't remember the name of it, but I remember the goat. So as soon as that whole thing happened, I was standing backstage and I saw Denise just along the backstage wall there, and it was very sweet.
There,
She came.
there's
Sorry.
someone speaking, there's someone writing something. You read it.
Oh.
Yes. Her name is Jamila Keating.
Oh, okay. Okay. You were there on the day with the goat on stage?
Her husband was a her husband was a her husband
Part
was
of the
a,
band.
yes,
Okay.
band, yes.
Nice, nice, nice.
Have
Yes.
you ever heard of him?
I have not. I have not. I'm sorry. I haven't. I didn't perform that night. I was just there spectating and I was backstage just hanging out and I didn't perform. So I wasn't familiar.
No, no. Her husband name was Errol Ince, or is not
Oh,
Errol Ince.
Errol Ince. Okay.
He's a
I mean,
songwriter.
okay. I'm not familiar.
Look him up.
Sorry.
Look him
Okay,
up.
I will. Sorry about that. So just after the goat situation, I ran into Denise backstage, and she was very, very sweet. She came right up to me and gave me a huge hug and said, "Welcome to Trinidad, and good luck in soca, and keep doing your thing, and don't give up, and you can do it." And she was so, so sweet. I had never met her before. She had no reason to be that kind, but she was. So it was really very, very nice to meet her. She was amazing. Yeah.
So when you heard her saying "Don't give up,"
Hmm.
did that ring some form of bell? Either the class is now open or the
Yeah.
class shut. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was just kind of that, it's like anything when you're trying to do anything. I don't care if I don't care if everybody else that looks like you does it. When you're trying to do it for the first time, or you're trying to really get good at something that you're passionate about, and you hit roadblocks left, right, and center. Not just because I'm me, not because I'm American, not because I'm white, just because everybody that tries to tackle anything is going to find setbacks. So just to have someone come up and be like, hey, we've all been there. We know the grind. We understand, and don't give up, because I'm sure somewhere along the way, someone told her the same thing, which kind of gave her that extra oomph to say, okay, one more day. Here we go. One more day.
One more season.
Exactly. One more season. One more song. One more song.
As we say, one more season. Imagine all these actors on TV, on Broadway.
Right.
They performed in 2018. They performed in 2019. Little did they know that
yes,
20 they have to be home.
Right.
All shows.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank God that they had preempt and moved forward in making a couple shows in advance.
Right.
So in this life, you don't know which will be the last show.
Exactly. Exactly.
In life, you perform today and you go home tonight and you die or you suffer a stroke.
This is true. This is true. You never know. When the curtain goes down, that curtain goes down.
Because you had plans, you will tell us about later, that you had was to postpone for 2020, that you had supposed to be, I think, in New York doing something. You will tell us about.
Right. Right.
But YOUNI-T, look, Jamila is saying, oh yes, Denise Plummer had a loss of support from men like Black Stallion.
Right. Right.
So she's going deep. She's calling names.
Tonight
we're gonna ask names because you are not giving up.
That's right. That's right. I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm not going anywhere. So try as you might. Remix with Denise. There's an idea. There's an idea. I'm down. I'm down for a little swirl.
Yes. So, brothers and sisters, are we going to take a break of a little few seconds and then come right back? Or are we going to have this question first? YOUNI-T, you have now performed soca internationally. What it is like for you?
Well, it is always, any performance is a blessing. I don't care if it's 2 people, 20 people, 5,000 people. I'm happy with one live warm body in the audience that wants to hear what I do. I'm happy with one. So, at first it was very nerve-wracking because I had heard the horror stories of what Denise Plummer went through. I heard the horror stories of what all the other soca artists have gone through. All soca artists do not, nobody has it easy. So to think that I'm the only one, that goes through things, that's absolutely not true, because even the greatest greats, from stories I've heard, of course I was not there, but from stories I've heard, they have paid their dues, just as much as everybody else. So I don't want to negate their experience from the struggle that they've had. But for me, when I go on stage, at first it was very nerve-wracking, and then it was kind of funny because so many people were shocked at me being on the stage in the first place that many times they would have their rag in their hand and they'd be ready to jump and wave, and they would just stand there like this going, like, what am I seeing? What is happening? What is going on? Who is this person? What is this sound? Like, they couldn't put it all together. So it's been more and more rewarding as time goes on. I was fortunate enough to, I have performed in Trinidad, which I know was a huge blessing, because there's many, many people who have tried to come in, even as Trinidadians from America, and go to Trinidad and perform, and they don't get the opportunity. So I am fully aware of the blessings that I have had being white and American, and not, a Trinidadian in my heritage. So I am happy that I've had the opportunities that I've had in Trinidad. This year, this past year, the U.S. was very, very good to me. I was able to perform in San Diego and New York. This past carnival that was not during COVID was my second year performing in Miami for carnival time. And I did Charlie's Records, Fulton Street block party in Brooklyn. Brooklyn in the house, Brooklyn. So I did that last.
Charlie's from Tobago. My country is my cousin.
That's why he knows how to have a good block party. Hello, that's probably the longest block party in the state of New York. So yeah, it's amazing. He was actually that year he was honored with an award from the city for I think it was like 50, I believe 45 or 50 years of doing what he does. So big ups to Charlie and the Fulton Street crew. Hello guys. I hope you're well. So yeah, I was fortunate enough to get up on that stage last year, and so yeah, it's it's like anything. You hold your breath, you do what you do, and when people take notice, it always feels good, whether it's for 5 seconds, 20 minutes, 3 people, 4,000 people. I'm just, I am grateful for all of it. So that's what it's like.
YOUNI-T, we have to press some of your answers a little bit more and make it very poignant.
Okay.
You're not only a calypsonian, you're not only a white lady singing calypso. you have to press it. You are also a female.
This is true.
A woman.
Yes.
To break through in Trinidad as a calypsonian, because we have so many women in Trinidad singing, and they can't even get a breakthrough.
Right. It is, again.
You see, if you came in Trinidad with a Trinidad husband, you would have found it much more easier.
Right.
And more people would have noticed you because of your husband.
Right. And if I would have come to Trinidad with a big bag full of money, I probably would have gotten a lot further. Yes. Yeah, if I would have been able to kind of pay my way into certain stages and onto certain radio stations, I'm sure it would have gone much faster than it has, but
I know.
That's all right. I'll go by the sweat of my brow rather than my pocketbook.
That's a strong piece. That's a strong piece. We need not say anything else. Please. Yes.
Thank you.
If you did have a pocketbook with loose change, because to come into Trinidad, you have to spend your own money, yeah?
Right. Oh yes. I come on my own dime. I leave on my own dime. I make my way on my own dime. I have to say though, I will say this. I was very blessed and fortunate that the NCC, the National Carnival Commission and Committee in Trinidad in 2014 and 2015, they were kind enough to invite me into the Savannah to do the Carnival Village performances when they used to have the village, and they had it running for about a month before Carnival started. In 2014, I did about 3 performances. And then in 2015, they invited me back, and I did almost every night for about 3 weeks straight. And they paid me for that. And I am so appreciative, because I know so many shows that so many artists do, including myself, are just for free because we love soca music and we just want people to hear it. So I hats off to them. I also have to say a big shout out to Mr. Selector Daddy Scratch from Trinidad, who was the first DJ in the Carnival Village to play for me when I was performing. He was my DJ, and he has remained a staunch supporter. He is down for YOUNI-T. He he pushes as hard as he can on my behalf, and tries to help tip the scale in my favor. So, and I promised him that when I came on, he said, "Oh, you're going to be on Mama Coco." I said, "Yes, I will give you a shout out." So
mention his name again.
Daddy Scratch of Trinidad. Yes. DJ Daddy Scratch. Yes. Well, he's a selector. He's more than a DJ. To ask him, he will tell you. He will tell you he is more than a DJ. So yes, Selector Daddy Scratch.
Oh. So now we have a performance to show here. You
Okay.
will tell us what's this all about.
Okay.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. Y'all feeling good? Yeah. Those at you at home, how you feeling? Yeah, man, this is how we do Friday Night Live now. Like I said, we have the biggest artists out of Trinidad and Tobago and the world representing for soca music, but we also have the upcoming artists, and we give them the forum to perform. She's going to perform this artist for the very first time on stage, live on television, but she's been doing her thing right here in Trinidad. She's been singing soca for 7 years. For 7 years, guys, out of Miami, she's going to be representing. Make some noise and show some support for Miss YOUNI-T.
Thank you so much. How's everybody feeling tonight's energy? Are we here to have a good time? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I thought I was in Trinidad. I said, are we here to have a good time? All right, here we go.
All night been watching you. I wonder if you do. Notice I notice you. Boy, you really caught my eyes. Got me feeling butterflies. Yeah. So baby, all I want you to do is come and dance with me. Yeah, yeah. Come and dance with me. Yeah, yeah. Come and dance with me. Yeah, yeah. Come dance with me. I like the way you move to the rhythm and the groove. Boy, you put me in the mood. Woo. Boy, you got all eyes on you, and you know you're sexy too. Yeah. So baby, all I want you to do is come and dance with me. Yeah, yeah. Come and dance with me. Yeah, yeah. Come and dance with me. Yeah, yeah. Come dance with me. Come on, dance, dance, dance. Come on, dance, dance, dance. I said, come on, dance, dance. To the tree, come on. Don't play no games tonight. Boy, come hold me by the tight and rock me through the night. The night's almost over. Come on, let's go closer. And let the music take control and come and dance with me. Yeah, yeah. Come and dance with me. Yeah, yeah. Come and dance with me. Yeah, yeah. Come dance with me. All night been watching you. I wonder if you do. Notice I notice you. Boy, you really caught my eyes. Got me feeling butterflies. Yeah. So baby, all I want you to do is come and dance with me. Yeah, yeah. Come and dance with me. Yeah, yeah. Come and dance with me. Hey, hey, come dance. Sing it. Come dance with me.
Thank you so much.
Ashley, I will dance with you.
Sorry that this guy sorry that this guy forgot your name and called you another name.
Yeah. The performer after me, actually, her name was Ashley. So I know he was getting ready to introduce the next artist after me, and her name was Ashley. So he accidentally said it too early, but that's all right. I reminded him later in the clip.
Yes, I saw that. Yes, yes. So tell us what was going on there and how you felt while you were doing that.
It was actually, it was fun. That was in 2015. That was in January 2015. And
So you're performing more than 10 years now.
so it's been, boy, it has been. Yeah. That was in 2015 in January. So we're coming up on 2021. So that was 6. Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yes.
It's been a minute. So when I got that slide, I will admit I was very excited. I was so thrilled that, because Synergy is, it's a great station. It's
Yeah.
a nice spot to get access to. And so, I was a little nervous. I was, going out on the airwaves live in front of everybody, and 8 million things are running through your head. But no, it was a great time, and everybody at Synergy has always been really, really good to me. And the guys that interview me there and the ladies that interview me there, they're always very sweet and very supportive. They don't try and take me down any crazy train wreck routes when they interview me or ask me all kinds of crazy off the wall questions. So no, Synergy has always been very, very, very good to me, and I go there pretty often when I'm in Trinidad. I usually am able, if the schedules work out right, I can usually swing by and at least get a minute or two just to push my latest song or give a quick hello, and they always give me that privilege, and I really appreciate it, because I know, again, time is limited and there's a million people out there doing music, and for them to give me that time capsule, I truly appreciate it. So big love to Synergy.
Yeah, so I send some love also to Synergy. And when next I am in Trinidad to perform, I will have to get them to I'm only kidding. I just want to be part of your. I just want to.
Yeah, come on, girl, grab a tambourine. We got this. You got the bottle. You got the glass and the spoon.
Yeah,
grab an iron.
I'm good with, I am good with the steel stuff.
There you go. See.
Yeah. Yes. Tonight,
we're going on the road.
Time, and I'm so happy that so many people getting to know you more, and some people who never knew of you, they're getting to love you. I can read some of the comments underneath where people loving it. They love to see you perform, and they are so happy that you are doing such a great ambassador, if that's a word.
It is now.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
And they are so happy.
Thank you. I'm so glad. Nothing makes me happier than to hear that, because I do it all for you guys, I promise. And when I get good feedback, then I just, again, one more day, one more song, I say, okay, let's go again. Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate you. Appreciate that comment. Thank you.
Yes, you say you are good. You are real good. So these are people who like to dance and like to whine.
Yes, so, of course.
Happy that you are in doing everything. You're in the singing, you're in the moving, you're in the getting the crowd's attention. Come on. I love it. Come on. I love that. I love that piece in the song. And I love the way that you command the stage.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are really a soca ambassador.
Thank you. I do try. I do my best. So thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
And there are a lot of people on my live tonight. You guys share the live. Let people get into this to know that we Trinidadians, we are about love. We are about inclusiveness. We are not all that racist when it comes to other races. And yes, we need to get into this some more. And we have more questions for you. And I hope one of it will be, have you ever tried to enter competitions, and at what level you reach? But let me get this in here. Tell us about some of your other work as a music ambassador and education.
Okay.
Let them know that you are also a teacher.